So the book of Romans is basically Paul's dissertation on faith and works, and essentially reduces down to this main point, that faith without works is dead. If you have a bunch of faith but are not doing anything with it, then your Christianity is fake, or ineffective at the least. Proverbs 25:14 says, "Like clouds and wind without rain is he that boasts of a false gift." And likewise, for folks to go around saying they are Christians, but not practicing Christianity, not applying the teachings, they are also like clouds and wind without rain. We have to remember that people in this unbelieving world are just wanting to see the proof of the pudding. They're curious about whether or not Christianity can actually make a difference in our lives. This is where actions can speak so much louder than words, because our conduct can be our biggest witness. Instead of just a sermon or a lofty speech, isn't it ultimately our example that holds more weight and power of persuasion? We can tell people all about the love of Christ, but if we negate to show it, our words are empty. James 2:15 and 16 says, "If a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, Go in peace, be warmed and filled, nevertheless you don't give them the things which are needful to the body, then what does it profit?" That's faith without works. Faith with works gets the job done instead of just talking about it. It reminds me of when I first graduated culinary school. I was really good at talking about it with friends and family. I could describe dishes and talk about ingredients from all over the world, how to do cooking procedures and techniques, and it all made me sound very proficient. So much that some people were already referring to me as a chef, especially since they knew I had been to cooking school. But then I got my first job at a restaurant working under an actual executive chef and sous chef. Well, to put it this way, it was very humbling to see just how limited my experience and abilities in the kitchen were. I could no longer just impress with words. I had to struggle every day to demonstrate and prove to the rest of the team and the chef that I deserved to be there. In other words, no more clouds and wind without rain. No more boasting of a false gift. To live the Christian life, you will eventually be expected to put forth a little effort. The Lord gave Simon the fisherman a boat-sinking load of fish, but he still expected him to cast the heavy net. God gave Noah all the materials and specifications of the ark, but Noah was still expected to carry the lumber and hammer in the nails. Moses and the Israelites saw mighty miracles by the hand of God, but they were still expected to hike across the Sinai desert. Faith without works is dead. It's true that all we need is faith to get into heaven, but if we don't let that faith inspire us, transform us, and compel us to love God and our neighbors through works, then we will be boasting of a false gift. It's like the old analogy goes, you've got to have both paddles in the water if you want to get anywhere, or you'll just end up going in circles. Likewise, if you want to get anywhere with your Christianity, you need to row with both paddles in the water, faith and works. James 2:18 says, "But someone may say, well, you have faith and I have works. Well, show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works." So if we row with both paddles in the water, faith and works, then God can take us to the places and opportunities that He's had waiting for us.